Hello, today is 12/11 of 25, and I'm here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 9:30, and I am hungry today. I'm not usually hungry this early. I usually don't get hungry until sometime between like 11 and 12, but I'm hungry today, so I'm going to eat. I have coffee that I made with 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk, a serving of whey isolate protein powder, and a serving of collagen peptides. I'm also going to have a donut from Conscious Comforts, which is a local bakery in my area that makes gluten-free, sugar-free donuts. It's kind of a boring food day for me just because we have quite a few leftovers. So I am going to have some leftover, I call this noodleless lasagna. It's sauce with lots of cheese. So I'm going to have that for lunch. We're going to go roller skating today. And then this evening for dinner, I will have leftover barbecue from my favorite barbecue place. I've got some leftover ribs and leftover brisket. So that's what my plan is for dinner. Although I could be back and say that my plans have changed. I have my noodleless lasagna here for my lunch. I did decide to kind of make things a little fun today. I used to make a cucumber salad before I changed my diet that I absolutely loved. And I haven't made it since I changed my diet. And so I decided to make it today. I am using Miracle Whip Light. So for this recipe, you need to use Miracle Whip. I am using light because it has so this has, the not good oils in it, like soybean oil and it has high fructose corn syrup and sugar. It has some things. So the total carbs is 2 carbs in it. In a tablespoon? Yeah, in 1 tablespoon with 20 calories and no protein. The reason that I use the light is because then it has fewer of those bad oils. I know it still has the bad oils, but it's going to have fewer of those things. So the first ingredient is water and then vinegar. Whereas with the original, I think soybean oil is like the first ingredient or closer to the top. So that's why I like to use the light. And I don't really have measurements here. Uh, I just know how to make it. So you want to use equal amounts of Miracle Whip and ketchup. I know it sounds crazy, but it's delicious. So I have my no sugar added ketchup here. I also added a little bit of salt and pepper to this, and you just mix it up. This is your dressing. I know it seems so weird, but it is delicious. So I think actually I'm gonna need a little more of the dressing. This seems a little dark to me. I'll have to give it a try and see. I just kind of like put some in and eyeballed it, which is what I usually do, and then I usually end up like adding a little bit more or less after I try it. Well, I guess I can't add less, but adding more of something. Yeah, it needs some more. Oops, it needs some more Miracle Whip. And this will make like at least 4 servings, if not more. Like I said, I'm just kind of eyeballing it to get it mixed together. And then you add in your sliced cucumbers. Now, it is best to allow it to sit for like a couple of hours to kind of let those cucumbers absorb some of that flavor. But I'm hungry, and so I'm gonna eat now and just eat it the way it is, and it'll taste a little more like cucumbers with some dressing rather than like kind of like a whole dish. But as I let it sit, like the leftovers, as I let those sit, it'll be delicious later. This isn't really the best bowl for doing this part. You probably want like a big bowl that you're kind of mixing it all in, but this is essentially what it would look like. Okay, so I realized after I tried it a couple of times that I forgot to add sweetener. So I have added a bit of sweetener to the sauce. I ended up taking the cucumbers out so I could really get that blended in. And then I'll get it on top of my cucumbers. And I will add more cucumbers. Like this is quite a bit of the dressing. So it will like last us for this is probably it's actually probably like 6 or 7 servings, maybe even more, because you really end up with not very much of the dressing on the actual cucumbers when you eat them. It is 3:30 and I'm going to have my brisket. I'm actually just going to have brisket. I'm not going to have any ribs with it. But I wanted to show you my cucumber salad. So this is what I mean when I say like it makes a lot. Like this is how much of the dressing you're going to have on like one cucumber. And in fact, what I'll probably do is once like probably half of this is gone and I can stir some more in, I'll add some more cucumber to this. So it really does make quite a bit with that dressing. I had probably only 4 slices of the salad with my first meal of the day. I'm probably going to eat, oh, probably 15 slices with this meal because I'm really, really hungry. After I had my brisket and cucumbers, I also had some legendary zesty popped protein chips. Um, I was so hungry and I did need more protein in my day. So I was kind of looking for like the thing that I could quickly eat with the most protein. And I actually ate a whole bag, which usually I can't eat a whole bag. Usually it's a half bag. So in one bag, there's 170 calories with 7 grams of fat, 5 carbs with 1 fiber. So 4 net carbs, and then 22 grams of protein. So that's fantastic. I then went to the gym. I did arms today. So I did assisted pull ups, plank, which really isn't arms, it's just core. I just wanted to do some stability core work. So I just did some planks, 1 minute, 3 times. And then I did bicep curls to overhead press. And I finished with sprint hit of push-ups. So I did as many push-ups as I could, as fast as I could, for 20 seconds. And then I just walked on the treadmill for a little bit. This is how my day ended up. I have 1,800 calories. My protein is 178. My net carbs are 29, and my fat is 100. I'm in a caloric deficit of about 400 calories, and that's a safe amount. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.